but someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did,
okay, why is
they must
Toko
have left
losing his
behind
shit and there's a
too many
revelation
pieces.
of broken bottle?
What, a Toko blast Sakura in the head as well?
There was
Oh my god!
covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw that blood, I fainted. Right there.
Okay, so Genocide Jack did it.
I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to
Anyway.
Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't.
Never mind. You're
What does
stupid enough
matter
to self-incriminate.
is
I
where I
didn't ask if I knew
Where'd you
anything.
find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all these supplements. I'm positive. It was Section C. C is where all the poisons were. And if the game tells me I'm wrong, then I don't know why.
Yeah, really.
What?
Wait, did it actually say you're wrong?
Shoot!
What? Well, guess we weren't getting through this one without a restart.
Damn!
Man, you gotta be kidding me, huh?
Damn, was it actually like B?
Maybe it's on A. There was some poison on A.
Oh shit, should we have
Remember,
actually
it was in the
A?
wrong place. That particular poison was not communicating.
God, it's all the way back at this point. So, okay, now they... A. What? Is it just because the one bottle of poison was on A? I don't know, man. That's kind of trips me up a little bit.
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprits switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
He's seriously gonna drink it? He's drinking the fake poison. This man, if only he would die. I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
It would be fucking amazing if he grabbed the long bottle, died right here, and then gave the killer a second kill.
Damn.
That would be amazing.
That would be fucking great!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing. All we could do is stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble!
Like I care if he was.
You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
What What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein? Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
He tosses it and it busts. Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out at a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Huh?
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder.
So yeah, the one in the room was filled with the poison.
The poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
I know. The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder. Which would mean that, conversely, the poison must have been in... Could it be... Another Hangman's Gambit. So what do they want me to spell? So do I need an R here? Yeah, because I'm trying to do protein, right? Wait, protein what? What the hell's the full thing? In R.
Protein powder.
So now we need a T now, right? We better make sure I'm doing it right. So P-R-O-T, right guys? Zach?
Oh, sorry, what, yes.
It's protein, right?
Yes, protein, it's fucking, spell it out!
I don't know how to spell anything.
Okay,
So,
E.
Okay. Can that E please get saved? Bro? What are you doing?
Okay. What the fuck is this next one?
I have no idea. Protein... That's not... Winston, any guesses?
And there? Drive?
Yeah,
No.
protein drive.
Try D!
Well, of course.
Try giving it the D!
No, I'm gonna try giving it the V now.
Yeah, find the V. Remember, we're like a minute or two behind, man. You gotta remember that.
Wow, yeah, I know. I'm just giving you the hard time. Wow, it's really not giving a V right now.
It's drink.
Oh,
yeah,
shit, it's drink!
not
Because
protein
there's no
drive.
fucking V! We're gonna be here forever looking for a damn
Oh no, there was a
V.
V at one point. It was very rare though. Protein
Okay,
drink.
hit the ends. Just hit an N.
I'm waiting for an R and then wait, what am I doing?
K! What are you
Yeah,
doing?
I
Don't
know.
hit the R, hit the K.
You're freaking confusing me because you're backed up. I'm like, okay, I gotta hit this. It was like, no, they're a minute behind. You need to hit something else. You already hit that.
Poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched, so the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
I can't believe we said protein dry.
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene. A protein drink.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying the protein stuff was good
You
for
know,
all
it's gonna
kinds
go
of
like
aches and
this.
pains.
Monokuma knows that Oi and Sakura are good friends, and they know and
It's
like
Oi.
the same things. Slow down, boy. Monokuma poisoned a protein drink, put the poison in there, swapped it out, because he knew that Oi would go get a protein drink for Sakura. He still wants his
Nah.
revenge, and as long as he can make it look like a murder, he can still have his fun.
Nah, it was Oi.
So
You got it all
maybe
wrong.
She took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison.
And I'm pretty sure Winston still agrees with you.
And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The evidence that shows who switched them. It has to be... It must be what we found in front of the shelf.
He's nuts.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time.
Trying to compare everybody's foot size and realise, oh shit, everyone's got the same size foot because
Oh shit, it was
The
me!
footprints were in front of section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison.
Man, why are these
Must have
footprints in
gone
the
to
shape of
section
bear
A to
paws?
swap the poison and the protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
Oh?
It
Hold
was
up.
me. The footprints. They're mine. If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I
You
killed
must be
Sakura.
pulling my damn leg here.
just as
I knew it.
We're telling you, it was...
Footprints were made by a pair of sneakers.
Oi!
There was no mistaking it. The only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? The only people wearing sneakers here are... Bro, I gotta put myself on the list. I'm putting myself on the hit list.
I got it!
But it is true.
Me and Hina are the only ones.
Come on, Hina.
Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
So, Winston, your lines? They're coming up.
These footprints must be... made by a faggot.
Damn.
Makoto, are they yours?
I guess we're going with that. No! Winston?
No! Okay, then let me see your shoes. Then I'll confirm their size from my foot.
Okay, guess we're going with that.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Byakuya sure sounded different in the past.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Vodka.
It's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Is it true? Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then...
Hold it!
It was an accident.
I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves.
Yeah, well, Byakuya, you're just a douchebag anyway.
Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism.
I like you.
But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill
Yes,
her?
that's exactly what I think too.
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious. Too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
But how come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Oh yes, there is.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder. And that's where I switched them.
I stuck.
Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
Shut up.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Literally, my two least favorite characters are getting really on me this time. How long?
Big man.
Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case.
Oh, so are we really going on Byakuya?
No, Byakuya didn't do it. No one really did this.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough.
Incorrect.
How much longer must we tolerate
When she said she put the protein back in Section A, that's incorrect. It was found in Section C.
What was that, Zach? I didn't hear it.
When she says that she put the protein back in Section A, it's incorrect because the protein powder was found in Section C. That's what you have to hit. What you have to hit with? Don't fucking know.
First, I went to section C.
But that's what you have to hit.
That's when
I mean,
grabbed
these are
the
our
poison.
choices.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah.
Wait, what are the
When I
choices?
grabbed
Okay.
the bottle, I dropped
Most of
it.
the powder.
Okay, and then?
I think you might have
From
to
section
save something.
C to section A. And that's where I switched.
Unless
to powder.
it's Chem Lab Shelf. It's either Chem Lab
Once
Shelf
I was
or
done
you have to like
switching them,
save something.
I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in section A.
Yeah.
Then I took the
Your
bottle with
judgment,
the
Winston. What do you
poison
think?
and left the camera.
Uh,
That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate?
it shouldn't
First,
be
I
in
went to that's
section
when I
1.
grabbed the poison.
And you
Yeah.
spilled some of the
Yes.
powder on
Okay.
the
We've
ground
already
in front of the
established this.
shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped
I don't
it.
remember the
Okay,
answers
and
that were
then?
in the list.
I moved from section C to section A.
I believe the answers were Chem Lab Shelf, Powder Footprints, and what was the third one?
I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in
Source
section
of the
A.
powder, footprints in the
Then I
powder,
took the
come on,
bottle with
shelf.
the
That's what we
poison
got.
in it, and
Alright,
left
Winston, it's
the
about to pop up on screen.
That's all there is.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer?
There it
must
is,
we
Winston.
First, I went to that's when I grabbed the poison.
I don't see it.
And you
Oh, there it
spilled
is.
some of the powder on the
Yeah,
ground in front of the shelf.
Source of the
Yeah.
powder or the shell?
When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I
I
moved
don't know.
from
Maybe
section
source
C
of the powder, isn't it? I don't know.
and that's
I would say
once I
try
was done
something
switching,
at least. We can't just keep cycling.
Protein powder back in section A.
Shoot!
That's not right.
First, I went to section. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder.
Yeah. When I grabbed
Is it
the
source of
bottle,
the
I
powder and
dropped it.
poison?
Okay, and
I
then?
moved from section C to section A, and that's where once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in section A.
No, we definitely hit the one where it's she put it back in section A. We definitely hit that one because she
Honestly,
didn't.
that's
It's
enough.
incorrect.
How much longer
We
must
definitely
tolerate
hit that
this?
one.
Okay.
First, I went to section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Wait a minute.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
You look like
Yeah.
Unless I'm wrong. I mean, I guess I could be wrong.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C to section A, and that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is
No.
to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
In the camera board were the footprints. What direction were they facing? Those facts clearly contradict what he just told us.
First, I went to section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle.
Wait, hold on.
Okay,
Maybe
and
we
then?
actually do the bullet with the powder footprints and hit moving from section C to section A.
Once I was done
Maybe we hit
switching
that.
them, I put the
Because
bottle
this
filled
is
with
starting
it, then
to-
I took the
yeah.
bottle and left the. That's all there is.
Try that. Try
That's
that.
enough. How much longer must we tolerate?
First, I went to. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder.
Yeah.
Okay, and
I
then?
moved from section C.
Yeah, okay.
No, it's wrong.
Cunt?
This just doesn't
Did we
seem
get
right.
cunt? Is cunt
You said you went
confirmed?
to get the poison from section C, and that's where you spilled the
Cunt is
powder,
confirmed.
right?
Yeah. What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints
Yeah,
left it to
yeah,
seem
yeah, that's
you were
not right.
moving from section C to section A.
I knew that didn't sound right. She couldn't have gotten to... Yeah, look at the way she went to A. She spilled it on C. She would have footprints on C. But she has nothing on C or even near B. Everything is at A. She was never at C. What is she
Yeah.
doing?
I don't know what she's doing right now, man. I don't know.
That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the
You're gay.
footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
well, you see...
Why is she...
What the?
Man, Byakuya is really getting confused. He's got the... What the?
What the hell? What's going on here?
Wow, Byakuya is really confused.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Is it Byakuya?
Evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Bro, are we breaking Byakuya and getting rid of Toko's waifu?
I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Huh? A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle,
Wow, he almost drank glass.
and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder.
Wow, Byakuya could have drank glass.
I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it, huh?
Me?
If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something the same shard of blue. The rec room window.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
Window?
The window we broke to get
Was
in
the
is light
rec
blue,
room
just
window
like
broken?
that.
Wait,
So I think that
what if she
must be
never
it.
drank poison?
No, she totally drank poison.
No, what if it was never poison? She got glass in her throat and vomited up blood.
No, there was no cuts, remember?
Of course, that
In
leads
the
to
throat?
another
No. I think she drank poison. I think
How did
Hina
a
gave her the
shard of
poison,
glass
but
from
I
a
think
window get
Byakuya
inside the
switched
bottle
it,
of
put the powder on the floor, and Hina went to go grab it and accidentally poisoned her.
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it that the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us. Yeah, that should have been in section A of the shelf.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right?
I was
Hina?
on section A, yeah.
And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality,
Why?
that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked, there's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there.
You mean to tell us in the middle of the investigation, that protein can was just literally just laid there?
That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Hold on, you're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here.
Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
You know, you could say Byakuya could have been the killer with how much he's freaking out, but he's only freaking out because he's finally getting showed up. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. The only other way to get glass in there was because of the broken window. Empty protein tank? Source of the powdered chem lab shelf.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When the locked room was unlocked. In other words, when I broke the window.